Wolf Clock Productions, Wolf Clock here, and welcome to a slightly different style of video than what I usually do. Today we're going to be speedrunning through SCP Containment Breach, and I'm going to explain my process and the things that you need to do to get the game finished as well. So before we get started on that, you'll notice that this is version 1.3.12, which is one higher than the highest official version. And that's because this is a new update that came out on Steam just a couple of days ago. This was done by the community, and it is fairly pretty much just the same as vanilla, except it has a bunch of quality of life improvements, such as an adjustable field of view, as well as a number of bug fixes. In addition to that, there is also a mod section, because this has workshop support, but the only mods I have turned on right now are a mod that restores the classic blinking stamina meter colors, a mod that makes it so that you can see through the gas mask more easily. This is for you guys. I wouldn't necessarily need this, but I'm not going to be putting this on Speedrun.com anyway. And a mod that I made that replaces a couple of SCP-895's images for less glory. Now, with that being said and done, I'm going to get started with a new level, and I will explain my process. So, the first thing we're going to do is drop the two papers that we have in our inventory by default. Afterwards, we are going to stalk Agent Olgren, and as the second forced blink happens, we're going to go through the door that he goes through.
Keep your eyes on it.
You don't want to get too close to him, because if he sees you, he will shoot you, and that will be an instant kill, which, no bueno. But here we are. We are going to want to start by going right immediately. The reason why you always want to start by going to the right is because this is by default where two of the necessary rooms that you go through tend to be. So we need to find the test room, which is where we get our level 2 key card. And while I just got a level 1 key card while I was talking in here, I would still like to find the closets room, because it's where I can get a gas mask and the only wallet in the game, which the wallet is fairly important. Here we are. So grab that, grab that. You hear that scream there? That's going to be our ticket to... Did I just get my next step? No, I didn't. This will be our ticket to a get out of the SCP-106 free card. Anyway, we've got two level 1 keycards now. I'm going to pop them in the wallet, because it just makes it more convenient for me. Well, frankly, I probably shouldn't be putting it in the wallet yet, but I'm going to do that anyway. So grab the S-Nav, I'm going to grab the level 2, close that. Peanut actually can't attack you while you're looking away. They can only attack you once they break the glass by winking. Either way, now that I have the level 2 and the gas mask, I'm going to now look for SCP-914. And we are going to cheese SCP-914 to get me a level 5 in light containment. This one will give me access to pretty much everywhere else in the entire facility. That's not the only thing that I want to get while I'm still here in light containment. I also want to find the peripheral jumpers room so I can grab the code for the section in heavy containment, which I'm putting the name of. Here we go. Maintenance code. Okay. So today's maintenance code is 4894. So 4894. Let me actually jot that down real quick so that I don't forget it. Or rather, so that I can forget it. 4894. And we will go ahead and continue. The other things that we're going to want are a severed hand, preferably the black severed hand, because the white severed hand isn't actually necessary for skipping a major part of the game, whereas black severed hand will let us skip 049's chamber if we find that we need it. Here we got Peanut. What's up, Peanut? How it do? What it do? Not getting super lucky with 914's chamber so far. But this is where we can get the white severed hand. The black severed hand, we have to go into the 939 tunnels, which were back there. However, before we do that, we, of course, still need to get our level 5 keycard, and I'm fairly unlucky with locating SCP-914 on this seed. Kind of unfortunate. You can get through this T-shaped room by clicking the button and running straight through the door. That's something that I learned many years ago. Skips having to worry about getting close to Peanuts. Here's the surveillance room, which we will need to go to. Still not getting lucky with finding SCP-914. This might just be the unlucky seed. Either that or I was an idiot and it's right over here. I was able to hear the decontamination gas before even opening the door, so I figured it probably wouldn't be worth checking first, but hell if I know, I suppose. This is a room that we want to come back to once we have our level 5 card. That is going to get us SCP-1499, which we'll be able to use to skip Radical Larry when he finally decides to show up. And here we are. We have made it to SCP-914. So, first things first, we're going to want to do, let's see, I'm thinking level 1, or rather, I'm just saying words. I'm thinking we do the keycards first, and then I will upgrade the S-Nav into the S-Nav Ultimate. So now we've got the super gas masks, which will let us breathe easier, which translates to having unlimited stamina forever. Now we want to upgrade the level 3 keycard into a level 4, so I'm going to save right before the door opens, which is when it actually decides whether it becomes a level 4 or a playing card. We're just going to save load until we get a level 4. Some people like to gamble it all on doing an Omni card first, which is, I mean, maybe that's the higher level strat because you can go for it instantly instead of having to upgrade level 2 into level 3 first, but I don't know. There we go. And now that we've gotten level 4, it should pretty much instantly give us the level 5. Don't worry about that thing that just went through the wall, by the way. That's just the funny dog. There we go, we got our level 5. Gonna drop these ones because we don't need it anymore. Pop that bad boy in there. Actually, you know what? Don't pop it in there. We're gonna just keep it out for right now. So now that we got level 5, we're gonna double back over here, grab ourselves the 1499. That will let us escape Radical Larry when he decides to show up. Gonna head back over here because I remember that we also saw the room with 4 SCPs in it. I forget what the name of the hallway is. But we're going to want 714, which is the Jade Ring that will make us immune to SCP-049, as well as SCP-860 in case we need it, but hopefully we won't need 860, because that is the key that takes us to a magical forest. Or either that, I'm going to go in here and grab the White Severed Hand. White Severed Hand isn't as useful as Black Severed Hand, but it still has its uses. We can use the White Severed Hand to skip a sizable portion of the test room and heavy containment if we encounter it. Black Severed Hand is preferable, though, because Black Severed Hand will let us skip SCP-049, or rather SCP-049's chamber. Nope, not there. Can also pop open my... I forgot to upgrade the S-Nav. Well, that's fine, because we're going to have to go back to 914 one more time anyway, and this is not the direction that we want to go in. Okay, getting a little bit unlucky. I say through 18th. But I'm not playing for world record, so it's fine. My last run I was able to get sub 20 minutes. Doesn't look like I could be able to do that for this commentated run, but that's, you know, like I said, that's fine. I say through the teeth. The joke is that, to me, it's not actually all that fine, but I'm going to pretend that it is, because, you know, it is what it is. Here we go. So SP42 or 714 rather, 427 is one that we have to make ourselves. This will let us be immune to the Plague Doctor. Grab you, pop you in the wallet. That is why I grab wallet, by the way. You can store both the blue key and the key card inside of it. Wait another millennia for this decontamination room to finish decontaminating me. And here we go. We're going to go down here, we're going to meet some funny dogs, and we're going to collect the black severed hand, as well as the night vision goggles. Alright. We'll have enough space for that. Night vision. Grab that.
There you are.
Oh, there you are. And then the severed hand could be either here, here we go. Or it could have been over there as well, but we got lucky in our first check. Actually, in a perfect world, it would have been right next to the night vision goggles, but again, this is not a perfect world. So now that I've gotten all that done, we're going to go see if we can find... Wait, was 914 back over here? I'm struggling with... Oh, no, that was perfect. 914 with that over here somewhere then. We're going to go back into 914. We are going to upgrade our night vision goggles as well as the S-Nav. The S-Nav, if you will. This one? You can immediately see how bad I am with remembering which directions I've got stuff I want to see. I think it was off to the right over here though, so we should be fine. Not 100% sure why the Mountain Golgotha music is still playing when I'm super far away from that room. I think that was a bug that was introduced with this new update, is that on Mount Golgotha the music will play in places that's not supposed to play in. Anyway, we are going to drop that in here, also drop 1499 in as well, just for good measure. And this time, instead of allowing myself to forget, I'm going to stand right here before I even take the stuff that's in the output. And I'm going to drop my S-Nav in here as well. So, upgrading the S-Nav is very fine. It will give us a full view of the entire facility, as well as showing us where the nearest hostile SCPs are. Boom, boom, boom. We are good to go. So, 049. 049 will only spawn once we have gone through the surveillance room, which is our next destination anyway. So, we head on over there. Peanut did try to kill me. Hello, Peanut. Anyway, SP-049 will be over here after we spawn him by going through surveillance. Turn that off, and we now have access to heavy containment. Good luck that our surveillance room was spawned in that shape, because that means that we didn't have to run directly by him. We can just run over in this direction and pretend he doesn't exist. So, there's one thing once we get into heavy containment that I do not at all want to see. And that is going to be the room that spawns SP-966. We're going to try our best to avoid it if at all possible, but if we have to go through it, then we have to go through it. Either way, the first thing that we want to do is see if we can locate SP-008, who is going to be our way into the entrance zone. Since we went ahead and got ourselves a level 5 in light containment, that means that we won't have to worry about... Okay, well, that's the exact thing I did not want to see. We can go back this way. When the last time I saved was. If I were a smart man, I would have saved in such a position where I would have been able to just load and not have to worry about that. Anyway, here's the maintenance tunnel. We have 4894 as our code. Beautiful. And head right on through. Somehow that's our first Tesla gate. Okay, neat. No peanuts. Nice. Alright, fingers crossed that we have... Here we go. This is why you wanted the right hand as well as the black hand. Just skips going through a longer portion there. Alright, so what do we got here? We got 2 checks. Okay, 079, that's good to know for the end of the game, and 95, not very useful. So, really cross my fingers here that 008 is, hello Peanuts, that 008 is in this next upcoming room. Really cross my fingers this is 008. It is 106, cool. Alright, well... Oh god. Alright. This is terrible. So this looks like, yeah, screw all that. And screw that noise, I'm just gonna go all the way back around. Let 096 do this thing over there. I think running away during his cutscene can sometimes break that room, but we have a way to get around it either way, so I'm not too concerned. Let's just head ourselves back over here. There was another route that we can take. Alright, so over here we're going to take a left at this junction. Hi Peanut, how you doing, buddy? Okay, now let me have a look here. So we got 4 more checks over here actually, so hopefully it won't be too difficult to find ourselves user 8. That is not a check. Okay, good to know. So 008's got to be over here somewhere then. Here we go. Fun fact, you don't have to put on the hazmat suit just as long as you stare at Peanut the whole time there. Which I did. So next up, we are going to head into the entrance zone. Now that is unlocked. Hopefully this first curve up here will be the electrical room. Yes it is. Beautiful. So we are going to not look at the secondary lighting thing, because that will turn off secondary lighting, which is just sort of annoying. And we can turn it back on, but it'll lose its time if we let that happen. I really hope that guy doesn't blow our ears out. Now, Nine-Tailed Fox is the most dangerous part of the game for us. We do not want to have to deal with getting shot by Nine-Tailed Fox. I say as I immediately run to where I know Nine-Tailed Fox is rather than taking safe routes. But the reason why I'm doing this is we have to go visit SCP-079, which we saw on the other side of the facility anyway. And this is... God damn it. This is the forest. Just gonna follow right and hope I get it correct. So 860 is a key that takes us to this lovely little forest where we can meet the Forest Guardian. And you don't want to meet the Forest Guardian because the Forest Guardian will fucking kill you dead. It's like a big cat thing. But as long as we run fast, we should be able to make it to the end pretty quickly. There used to be a myth in the community where if you stayed calm and walked without running, you would be attacked. That's a myth. It's just a timer for when the Forest Guardian actually spawns in and attacks you. And that's based on the SCP itself. It said that the Force Guardian gets more agitated if you are stressed and stuff, rather than making peaceful. At peace, if you will. But anyway, hopefully we are about to come up on the... Ooh. I don't like seeing the lighting get darker there. Okay, we're fine. Come up on the exit there. This brings us over to the other side of that door, where we can proceed to get shot by Nine-Tailed Fox, presumably, and have to restart the run. Oh, 049. Okay. This is actually going to be useful for me if 049 is actually in a location rather than stuck in the wall. Never mind, 049 is stuck in the wall. So 049 is useful when dealing with Mobile Task Force because he's actually someone that Mobile Task Force will run from. Well, there I go. Not sure why I thought that would work. Fuck you. Oh, okay, that actually worked. Neat. That is why I have a small first aid. I feel fine. Beautiful. So, now we are back over here. This is where 079 was. Somewhere over here, you know? Right here? Yes. Okay, so we talked to 079. He will tell us that, oh, I'll unlock Gate B for you to enable door controls. We don't actually have to sit around and listen to him. Just got to, see him, like, turn his face on. And now let me take a look. It is probably going to be wiser at this point to just run all the way back. Or wait, no. That one room exists. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We're in the end game already. Let's just go through the room. So the reason why I put the jade ring on just then was because if I were to have had it off, SCP-966 would have seen me and use its little call thing that makes me blink faster and make my stamina deplete more. Doesn't really matter a whole lot when you have the gas mask on, and to be honest, Peanut's really not that much of a threat in this game, but just, you know, out of principle, I decided to go ahead and put it on anyway. And there's Radical Larry. Goodbye, Radical Larry. We turn that back on.
The doors to Gate B are now open.
And fortunately, I think the fastest route now is going to be directly through... Oh, don't want to. Sorry, that's Eric's toy. Sometimes he blares loud music at me. Just don't want that to happen. Looks like we are going to have to go through the forest again, unless we get lucky and Mobile Task Force just say screw it and open the door for us right as we get there. Alright, that's not what I'm looking for. Awesome. I was sort of crossing my fingers that Gate B was through that doorway, but alas, it was not. I try to get ending A1 like every time because I think it's the best ending compared to the other options. But alas, it would be nice to get any ending right now, considering how far behind we are currently. Right, crossing my fingers that Gate B is over here. Nope, it is not. Awesome. And much like there is no anti-max evasion, there's no gate saver.
D9341 designated for termination.
Oh, yeah. Shut the hell up, multitaskers. Alright, we're just gonna do the same thing that we did last time, hug the right wall. I believe the timer for 860-2, the big cat thing that I mentioned, it resets every time we get through, so we shouldn't be in any trouble here. I don't remember if it was right. No, it wasn't right. There you go, waste some more time. You may be wondering why I'm looking sideways. I don't actually know. That's just something that I've got myself accustomed to. I find that I believe it is safer to not turn your camera super frequently when you're in the forest here. That might just be like superstition, but I think, well, cool. Well, there was nothing to prevent that, so that's cool. I enjoy that time loss. Don't know what to say about that. We just got screwed. This is why keyer mode is so difficult, is because sometimes you will just die, and there's nothing to be done about it. Also, ironically, keyer mode is not canon, because the saving and loading feature that D9341 is capable of doing is in fact a canon function of his, like, ability sets. For those of you who don't know the SCP Containment Breach lore, you play as a D-class known as D9341, who was previously a senior researcher who had his memories wiped and turned into a D-class because of his unauthorized usage of a phenomenon that was called the spiral gestalt, which is basically just their fancy way of giving a name to save loading. Okay, so that time the cat thing just didn't spawn, so that's nice, I suppose. You saw its eyes in the corner there. Okay. So I might actually just intentionally keep 049 here with me, because the mobile task force will run from him, and as long as I'm wearing the ring, he doesn't insta-kill. And when he doesn't insta-kill you, you are pretty much fine. Never mind, he's an idiot and got stuck on the doorway. Neat. Okay, fuck you. That's SP-966, by the way. 966 will give you a debuff.
SCP-173 contained successfully by Foxtrot Unit 1.
Oh, hey. Gate B, and that must mean this is Gate A. It is Gate A. Beautiful. So in just probably about 7.5 minutes slower than my last finish run, which I did not record, we have gotten SCP Containment Breach pretty much completed. All I have to do is run down here, pop this bad boy open, run on over here, pop this bad boy open, head on down here, pop this door open, and then we get captured by Chaos Insurgency, and that is time. Which, you'll see time yourself. 27 minutes, 14 seconds, 501 milliseconds.
You know too much to let them get you. You're coming with us.
There we go. Let me know if you'd like to see some streams of this. I would be happy to provide.